And I'm back with another fixed blade today, loaned in from my buddy Gil over at Wild About Sporting Goods. We've talked about him before. Promo code, contact information, link to his website down below. So this is the Benchmade Anonimus. Here's the part number, 539GY. It's a pretty cool fixed blade as far as fixed blades go. But I also have the Go Resolute fixed blade out also because they're very similar. So I wanted to talk about both of them. I did a full video on this. I'll link it at the end. But they're similar sizes. Kydex sheath, Bolteron sheath, G10 scales. I think they kind of complement each other. I may or may not have a favorite. You may or may not be able to tell at the end of the video. Oops. This one has a striking choil for a fire starter, and it has a loop here on the sheath for a fire starter, but they don't include one. If you're going to put a holder for one, you're going to build your knife with a choil for it, just include the dang, flint piece. That would just be, I don't know. Makes sense to me, but what do I know? So they're a little bit different sizes. Blade thicknesses are different. Handle thicknesses overall is different. But two great knives. So let's talk about this one first. Has a lanyard hole in the back. Again, we know I'm not a big fixed blade guy. The jimping on this is fantastic. Cerakoted gray, tungsten gray, I think they call it. This is about $270, $290 on the Benchmade website. Probably cheaper at Wild About Sporting Goods. Plus, you get a 10% off. It's a cool knife. I'm not going to lie. As is this Go Resolute Mark III, I believe it is. Both very cool. I, again, don't do a lot of bushcrafting and whatnot. CPM crew wear for this guy, so it's going to be excellent for that type of work. This one has removable scales, so you could clean it out if you needed to, whereas this one has pins. Benchmade, USA made, Canadian made, about $500 Canadian, I believe it was on their website. So they're different, but similar. The sheath works great on this one. The sheaths, I think, are very similar. I'm good with both. This one rides just a slight bit lower. Again, either of these would be great knives. I think this is a very cool and affordable at that $200, and $90 range. Get a discount, throw this in the bed of your truck, in a toolbox, take it on your backpacking trips, things like that. I think it works well. It would work well. I didn't use these, but as far as fixed blades go, I think it's cool. Let me just run through some of the specs really quick. Just get that out of the way. 9 3/4 overall, 4.95 blade length, 4.45 cutting edge. Blade thickness is 0.114. CPM crew wear, as I mentioned. Overall thickness is 0.616. Weighs in at 5.7 ounces, just the knife. The total package is 8.4 ounces. I don't know. I like them both. You get a little more cutting edge with the Benchmade, a little bit more length, but all in all, two great knives from two great companies. So I will put a link. Well, let's do a couple size comparisons. Almost forgot about that. You've already seen it next to the Resolute. How about the Spyderco Delica? The Sharpie. And for fun, a custom Hellraiser. Because, well, I love my Hellraisers. What can I say? But sometimes you just need a fixed blade. I don't need a fixed blade necessarily because I don't do a lot of hard use stuff. I don't do a lot of camping. I don't do a lot of outdoorsy stuff. But there is a time to have a fixed blade over a folder. And if you're going to do hard work, if you're going to be doing any sort of prying, any sort of more than cutting open boxes, doing food prep, things like that, you really kind of want a fixed blade because it's just going to be more durable. There's just no question. It's just a solid piece of steel. So it's going to be inherently stronger. That's all there is to it. But this one's pretty cool. Gil, I greatly appreciate you sending this in. I will put a link up in the corner to this guy as well as the Benchmade playlist so you can check out all of the Benchmades I have done. Most of them have come from my buddy Gil. Thanks a lot, guys. Have a great day, and we'll see you tomorrow.